I feel like I'm bragging about myself, but I feel like because I'm juxtaposing it, it's okay. Hi! If you don't know me, my name is Robin Owens. I'm a singer-songwriter, and today we're going to try and get to know me a little bit better. So as you might have guessed from the title, today we're going to talk about things I'm good at and things that I'm not so good at. Except, flip those. I'm going to do one bad thing and then one good thing. Do you really want to get out? You really want to get out? There you go. So the idea for this video came because I was trying to film a video and I just started talking about how I'm bad at doing my own hair and went off on a tangent. So I thought I'd just refilm and make the whole video about things I'm good at and things I'm bad at. There are 10 of each and I'll try and do this pretty quickly. The first thing I'm really bad at, I already mentioned, doing hair. I don't know what it is. I never learned how to do it. I think it's because my mom didn't really know how to do hair and no one ever taught me. Bobby pins don't stick in my hair. I can braid, I can French braid, but with bangs, you can't even tell when I French braid from the front because my bangs cover up the top. I can't do an updo. I can curl my hair, but by the end of the day, it's a tangled mess. I can't do anything with it. Something I am good at, however, is reading quickly. I've always been a quick reader. I finish books in a day. I don't know how that skill developed. When I have assignments for school, being told I have to read a bunch of pages isn't that big a deal because I just read quickly. Yes, you want back in? Yes, hello, welcome back. Yeah. Something Abby's bad at is making up her mind. The second group of things, the first thing I'm bad at, most sports. I can ski. I don't anymore because of pain, but I can. I was pretty good at it. Not like I just didn't fall that often is what I mean by good at it. Can't do most other sports. Can't hit a baseball. Can't really throw a baseball. Can't really catch a baseball. I did do basketball. And we're just gonna leave it open now. Screw continuity. I did do basketball and soccer growing up, but wasn't excellent at either of them. I'm really bad at sports. I don't have the coordination and I definitely don't have the stamina. Contrast to that, something I'm good at. I feel like I'm bragging about myself, but I feel like because I'm juxtaposing it, it's okay. I'm really good at songwriting, at least I think so. I am very confident in my songwriting abilities. I should be because I went to school for 4 years on how to do it. And I've been doing it since I was like 9. I think I'm a good songwriter. I think I skew mostly towards lyrics. I'm a very lyric-driven songwriter. Something I cannot do is draw or do any kind of art, which is funny because in the book I'm currently writing, which we'll get to in a second, she's an artist. I can't do art. I have no ability to do art. Anything like doodle-wise that you see in my videos, I traced and then colored. I can't draw to save my life. Really need handwriting. Couldn't draw a tree. Can't draw a cat. Don't understand proportions, can't draw straight lines. I'm a mess when it comes to art. On the flip side, however, I'm really good at creative writing. I am actually about to pursue an MFA in popular fiction writing. I start at the end of this month and I'm really, really excited about it. I love crafting stories. I love writing about characters I make up and I'm really passionate about it. I'm really excited to study it at a higher level and then get to hopefully teach it one day. On the flip side, academically, something I've always been bad at is history. I can't remember dates. I can't remember facts that you tell me. Most of my history knowledge is terrible. I just can't get my brain to store that information. What I can, however, do is do public speaking or like be put on the spot. I react well under pressure. Maybe it's because when I was in middle school, I used to have to, like in my English class in 6th and 8th grade, because I had the same teacher those years, I had to like go up on the board and give like a 3-minute extemporaneous speech about a random subject. And that gave me a lot of practice, but I've always been fine talking in front of people. I don't like talking on the phone, but I'm fine doing it. Like group projects, presentations, I don't mind doing it. I know it's like a source of anxiety for a lot of people and I really sympathize with that because I bet it feels similar to stage fright, which I have had on various occasions. But I think just because where I grew up, we were really kind of forced to get comfortable with it. I've always been comfortable with it. Plus, I'm just loud and like hearing myself talk. I don't know what number we're on now. Number 5. I can't remember anything. And this isn't really my fault. I have fibromyalgia, which gives you this thing called fibrofog, which makes your brain a sieve and bad. I sometimes have trouble finding the word I want. I will put something down and not be able to find it. Something will be right in front of me and I won't be able to find it. There will be times when like I have something I need to do, like make a phone call or something. It's not like I think, oh, I should do this thing and then I just don't do it. That thought never occurs. Very frustrating. Really hard when you're in school and you need to memorize things. Lucky for me, all the history classes, that's mainly my issue. All of the memorization I had to do, I was okay. Barely passed music history because I couldn't get my brain to care about it. But like art history, I was fine. Apparently art history, even though I'm bad at art and history, I'm good at. This fifth thing that I'm good at kind of goes with the last one because in 6th and 8th grade, I was also forced to play Scrabble 4 times a quarter, 16 times the whole year, but obviously I played a little bit more because in 6th grade, my sister was in 8th grade and had the same teacher, so she also had to play. I've had people quit Scrabble games because I was kicking their butt so much. The 6th thing I cannot do, or that I'm really bad at, is producing music. You would think after 4 years of being at Berklee and being surrounded by talented people and going through multiple classes where all we did was learn how to produce music, I would know what I'm doing. I don't. I really don't. What I've kind of landed on is that I have all of the tools. I know how to use Logic. In theory, I know what I'm doing, but I don't have the ability to execute it well, and I don't have the base thought process that I need, like the right approach, which is what me and my music teacher are currently like working on. So we're producing songs together, and then hopefully through the process, I'll learn how to do it myself, which I've seen progress, but I definitely still wouldn't say that I'm good at this. The 6th thing that I'm good at is getting a room to quiet down. When I was in high school for 2 years, my junior and my senior year, I was my marching band's drum major, which does not mean that I played drums. It meant that I conducted the band and I led them. A lot of my job was getting people to shut up. A lot of it. My main job, other than conducting the band, was getting people to be quiet. My clapping ability, I'm really good at clapping loud, but I also just have developed the skill to say like, everyone be quiet, in such a way that it just falls silent. I used this a lot in high school outside of the band room when we had subs and they couldn't get the band, like the class, to quiet down, and I just yell like, hey, and then they could talk. It comes in handy more often than you'd think. The next thing I'm bad at, the 7th thing, I'm really bad at remembering to text people back. And this goes back to the fibromyalgia thing, but also I've just always been this way. I will see someone's text and think that I've replied and then not respond. I need to work on this. I just can't. I'm so bad at remembering things. I feel really bad every time I do it, and it happens more often than I would like. So if you know me and I didn't respond to your message, it's because I forgot and not because I didn't want to. Just not good at it. What I am good at doing, even over text, is giving advice. I like to think of myself as a pretty rational person, and I have a lot of really cool friends. Sometimes they come to me for advice, which makes me feel good. I like to think I'm good at giving it. Whether people always take it is kind of here or there. Then again, no one's ever like commented on this, but the amount of times people come back after I've given them advice for more advice does say something. Something I am historically bad at that I'm getting better at is remembering to post on Instagram. As a musician, part of my job is getting myself out there because I do want to be an artist, a singer-songwriter, like out there. And I need to have a brand and some sort of following to do that, which is something that is really weird to have as a goal of having people follow me on Instagram or subscribe to my YouTube channel. You should subscribe, I'm just saying. But that is something that just comes with my job. Now that I've actually been spending time doing Instagram for like the last week, I'm really enjoying it. When it's not part of my everyday routine, I don't remember that it's something I need to do. So now that I'm not in school, I'm building that routine, and then hopefully once grad school starts, I will continue it. But I'm still saying this is something I'm bad at because my consistency is new, and I always have bursts of being consistent and then I fall off the wagon. But now that I'm actually doing it and really enjoying it, I'm hoping this time it'll stick. Another thing I'm good at is Driving. I'm good at driving. I can't drive stick. I can start a car, a stick shift, and not have it stall, but I can't shift, so can't drive stick. But I am good at driving. I trust myself to drive under bad weather conditions. I trust myself to drive our Navigator, which is like a huge SUV. I am a good driver. I can do a 3-point turn like nobody's business. My penultimate thing I'm bad at is keeping spaces clean. If I share a space with someone who prioritizes and really appreciates having a clean space, I have no trouble keeping it clean. I have no trouble staying organized. I have no trouble remembering to do my chores because someone else wants me to do them and I will do it for them. I don't have a problem with that. Apparently, that doesn't apply to me and I don't care enough to actually keep things clean. Even though I like having my space clean, apparently it's just not enough of a priority for me. Something I am good about to make myself feel better. Fishing and Animal Crossing. Probably should have done a more substantial one here. Pretty solid at fishing and Animal Crossing. I very rarely don't catch the fish. There's not much else to say. I'm just proud that that skill that I cultivated as a kid when I played on my DS has stayed long enough that now that I have a Switch, I'm still good at it. It's a stupid thing to be proud of, but I am. The last thing that I'm bad at is sleeping. I've never been a good sleeper. Even when I was a kid, like I would sneak out of my bed and go to my parents and be like, hey, what's up? It's 2 a.m. How are you? In middle school, I frequently had periods where I was up all night. Same in high school, and then we found a solution, and now it's fine. I'm not good at falling asleep still, and I don't get restful sleep, so I sleep for a long period of time and I'm still tired. College all-nighters, I'm functioning fine because all-nighters were like normal for me growing up because of my insomnia. Casual. And the last thing that I'm good at is writing thank you notes. I'm pretty solid at this. Kind of like public speaking, I think it's just something that I was kind of taught how to do, but I'm good at writing thank you notes. I'm good at writing letters, but mostly like I'm really proud of my ability to write a good thank you note. I really like sending snail mail. I wish that it was something that we did more often. Speaking of which, we need to save the US postal system. I don't know how we got to a point where this is something that I need to say, but we need the US postal system. So stop trying to destroy it, please. So maybe go sign the petitions, consider going out and buying some stamps. We need it, especially for like the election this year. What is this year? Anyway, that's it. If you want, you can go follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm the most active. I post every day, hopefully. And I do stories with my cat, which is really cute. And I will see you again next Tuesday. That's when I usually post these. Might not be on Tuesday next week because I will be in an RV all weekend. Okay, thanks, bye!